I want y'all to make a promise to me. Like, we just gonna start this video off like that. Make a promise to me. Make a promise to me that you will never play yourself short. You will never play yourself small. That you will never dim your light for no one. That you will turn to God when you feel lost or you feel confused or you feel stuck. Like, just promise me you gonna turn to God. That you're gonna talk to God. That you're gonna give all of your hurt and your pain to God. Because let me tell y'all, God is good and God is always on time. And I'm being for real, y'all. I'm speaking from my heart. Like, I really truly mean this. And let me just tell y'all why. So I'm going to be very transparent about what I'm about to say. I'm very sensitive about me and my journey and the things that I've experienced, because sometimes we people think could never be me. Never. I've learned to take never out of your vocabulary, and that is power in your words, life or death in your words. So it's just like, we take, promise me you're gonna take never out your vocabulary too. That's I feel like that's major for what I'm about to tell y'all. So you know how females be like, I never bond somebody out of jail. Well, let me tell y'all, I did. And am I proud of that? No, but I did that and I learned from it. So I bonded. We're gonna call him a friend because that's what I felt like he was to me. And I, you know, and the way somebody make you feel is everything. So based on the way this person made me feel and the fact that I thought this was a friend of mine, I bonded him out of jail. I signed my name on a contract saying that I will be responsible for another person, a grown man who I was not committed to. I was not in, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no ring on my finger. Like, this is not my child's father, nothing. Like, I had nothing besides the fact of this being my friend. And he needed help. And I was a girl whose father was in and out of jail, in prison. So it's just like, you know, like, there was a little girl that hurting me. Like, I don't want to see. If I could fix it, I will. And that was my way of fixing it, by bonding him out. And so when at the time of me doing it, I did it. It was cool, you know, whatever. It was, you know, later on he broke up with me. He didn't want to be he didn't want to be in a relationship no more. And you know, now you're a free man. Now you don't want to be in a relationship no more and stuff. So, you know, like, it hurt me. But now I can't. I felt stuck to him. I felt like I couldn't move. I felt like I couldn't do nothing. I couldn't be with nobody else, nothing, because I had signed my name on a contract. And I didn't want him to do nothing shady or funny. I felt like I had to keep up with him. I felt like I needed him in my back pocket. I felt like I wasn't going to let up off of him, because I had signed a contract to this man, for this man life. For his, like, you know, and clearly he's not responsible, because if he was, he wouldn't have been in this situation. Okay, fast forward. This was 2021. Here we are in 2023. And, you know, I had just been praying on a situation, like, I'm ready to move on from my past. But every time, it's a touchy subject when it comes to this person, because of this one thing. It's not the feelings that's there. It's the fact of this contract that I signed. I done signed my name on something that I can't afford. And that's a burden on me. That's hurting me. It's frustrating me. Like, I want this out of my name. And it's going to take me more. It's taking more to try to get my name out of it than me. You know, it's a constant weight. And I'm frustrated with that. So my friend called me. He was like, the case got thrown out, and that I should be able to go down to the bonding company and show them, blah, blah, blah. So when I get down there, the lady asked for his name. And she put it in the system, and then she asks me, she says, he's out right now? And I'm like, yeah. And she was like, you sure he out right now? And I'm like, yeah, he been out since 2021. And she would start, like, it was other people in the room, her coworkers. And so she starts calling out the charges And then she started saying how many holes he had. He had a hole in one. So, okay, the county that I was in, 2, 3, 4. It was 4 or 5 different holes in different counties. And she's saying he's out. And she was just naming all the stuff from the different counties. And I said, yes. And I said, but you know what that is? The favor of my God, my favor over my life that God has granted me with was able to move mountains for those that are around me. And at that moment, it made me feel like somebody can make you feel so small when you were the puzzle piece that made their life, you know, afloat. The favor of my life, me and my relationship with God affects the people that's around me. You know what I'm saying? Like, now you get the blessing. You get some of my blessings just because you attached to me. That's why you can't hang with everybody. That's why you can't be with everybody. You gotta stay exclusive, you know? Because in that moment, I wasn't even upset that I wasn't getting the money. You know, like, in that moment, it was just like a lesson from God. Stop playing small with yourself. Stop playing small with yourself. Like, you're not... Do you hear what she's telling you? That's why I'm not, you know, we ain't gotta go there, but that's why this is what took me on this journey. Because now you talk about self-love, this type, I want to, what you mean? Call somebody else, I ain't her. But at that time of me, you know, like, he was doing stuff for me and my baby, and you know, like, I'm feeling like this is what it's like. At that time, me dealing with him, my baby hadn't even been 1 yet. So like, I hadn't been with I've like, with my child. It's crazy because I've never been with my child's father. So, not saying it like that, but I'm saying, like, up until the point of, like, the pregnancy and the baby, I had no male interaction. Like, I was not with nobody. I was single. So this is the first dude that's coming around, you know, he doing stuff. And let me tell y'all, let me put y'all down. Let me put y'all down to how you can, this is the number one way for you to know if a man is serious about you or if he want to play with you. They gonna all come in and ask the questions about you, your child, and your child father, because of course they want to know that. But then you gotta pay attention to the men who come in and wanna buy your love. They want to buy your baby shoes and all that, but then it's like they not asking questions like about your child. See, I noticed that, like, you know, when somebody really care for real, they want to get to know instead of trying to buy your love. And at that moment, I guess I was feeling like I could be bought because I fell in the trap of that. But and that's the beauty of growth. That's the beauty of God. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could look back and I can acknowledge and take accountability of who I was at a point in time and know that God has delivered me from that. Like, I have grown and I am no longer attached to my past. And it was a lesson. That whole situationship was a lesson. And I know that God sent me through that. And the woman that I have evolved into today, like, it hurt. It hurt bad, but it was worth it. And I'm stronger, I'm wiser. And this journey in itself has, like, really pushed me and motivated me to want to teach other girls about self-love, just so they don't fall into the traps of life like how I did, you know, because we are a product of our environment. The music that we hear plays a major role in us. Like, I feel like a lot of girls in our generation, we grew up listening to all the men say they want an independent woman making her own money. So, like, in our mind, we on that. We don't want to have to ask a man. We want to be the Miss Independent. We want to, you know, like, and then we listen to rap, and then it's like we think we got that we put that masculine energy in us, and sometimes it be too much. And I feel like that about myself. I felt like at a point in time, like I was a little bit too hard body. Like, calm down, be a lady, sit back, chill. Like, girl, you know, just it can even be in the way that I move as a person. Because this is what I'm feeding into my mind. This is what I'm starting to believe. This is my thoughts. So, when I tell you product of your environment, all this stuff, the things that you see at home, the things that you hear in your community, like all this stuff play a part into who you are and you loving yourself. Every day I wake up wanting to be the best version of myself. When I was in that situation, I kept telling myself, this ain't me. This ain't the best version of me. And I kept, like, so when I'm standing inside of that, the bonding company and the charges, the lady calling out to me, and she looking at me like, you don't even seem like the type of girl. And I'm just like, and that's when I can look and say, like, you know, you have to know who you are. Because even at that time in my life, like, I was not being true to myself. I was just going with the flow of life. Like, you know, and I'm just like, you know, I know that it's certain things that I wanted for myself, and it was just like, this is what I got right now, so I'm gonna just go with the flow and just and accept this. But it's like deep down behind closed doors, it's like I got this journal and I'm writing and I'm saying I want X, Y, and Z, but it's not, my reality is not matching up with this. Like, it's not adding up. So at that point I just realized, like, I start having to detach myself. So what did I do? I started taking myself out on dates, and that's how I start detaching myself from the things that were around me by hanging by myself. So then once I started mastering that, I took like a solo vacation, went to a concert by myself, went out to eat by myself. Like, so now there's nothing that I could do that alone, like, you know. So then after that, after I start hanging by myself, now it's like, okay, the communication part, you know, like, you have to take stuff in increments, but it can happen. And as you work through it, you grow through it, take it day by day. And just keep it in your mind that you want to become the best version of yourself. And that's like, you want to feed your soul. Like, feed yourself with information, with knowledge, with things that's going to help you. People that are doing better than you, or that inspire you. Only follow people that inspire you till you get to the place of where you want to be and what it is that you want to do. Like, overall, you just have to find out who you are. And it, like, when I first made my first video, I said I stood in the mirror and I was asking myself, like, who are you? And now I can stand in front of you and say that I am Qi'Airey, and that I have silenced I have let people mispronounce my name and create all these different other versions of me off of the simple fact of me not knowing who I was. And it is crazy, because I just said this to a homegirl the other day, like, you know, like, I've dated people for a period of time and I've let them call me by my wrong name. And even with this, it's crazy, because you are like, why would you do that? Why? And I'm just like, because I know that this is not me. What I was doing was not me. This ain't me. Like, I don't really care for this person to know me, because I know that this was only just a part of the story, that this was not permanent. This was not supposed to stay there. I'm just having fun. Like, I'm dating a scammer. I'm dating, you know, a rapper, a trapper. Like, I'm just doing it because it's just fun. It's for right now, but this ain't the end, because I know I want X, Y, and Z. I know that I got a future ahead of me, you know. So, but some people don't get, some people get so wrapped up in it, the lifestyle, that they forget that that was just supposed to have been a moment. And I'm just thankful that I was able to pull myself out and realize, like, nah, this is not This cannot be it for me. And I'm thankful for my son, because he really grounded me. Like, he really gave me that push. He gave me, like, he is teaching me. That this little, like, having a child will literally teach you so much. And I understand when people, when mothers say, you know, mothers that they be like, I needed you more than you needed me. Like, no, I understand that, because you give me my strength. You give me my strength, you give me my peace, like, all of that. So I'm thankful that I had my baby. And once I finally, like, sat down and, like, looked at my baby, like, okay, this is the blessing, like, you know, like, I gotta cherish this blessing, let me get to know him. And, like, we've been growing together. We have some conversations that'll probably blow your mind. And I'm grateful for the place that I am today, and I'm happy that I'm growing as my baby is growing, and that he's going to get the best version of his mother. He's not going to get the broken version of his mother. Like, I had to get it together in the beginning. I ain't gonna act like I was perfect. I'm not gonna act like, you know, like it was all peaches and cream. I want to be very open about I just want to get to a place where I'm proud. I'm 100, like, I am very proud of the woman that I am, but I always want my child to be proud of me too. And I want him to look at me and know that I put forth my best effort in making sure that he was well taken care of, and that I checked myself, I learned myself, and then I got to learn him too. And that, like, he is truly, like, he is the greatest gift that God has given me. Like, I'm very grateful to be his mother, and that he pulled all of this up out of me. Because before KC, mommy was lost. And between loving my child, he has taught me unconditional love. He has taught me how to love myself. And he has taught me how to just maneuver through life and realize that everybody is going through something, you know. And I'm finally at a place of peace where all of my days aren't so busy. Some days I feel like it's boring, but I'm starting to realize that boring is peace, and that's good. That God is finally giving me a chance to rest. I don't feel so overwhelmed. I don't have anxiety attacks anymore. Like, it was a point in time, like, y'all, I had anxiety attacks left and right, like, bad. It was a point in time I didn't even drive on the road during the daytime because I had road rage bad. I was just full of anger. I was just like a little firecracker ready to pop off anywhere. I learned how to control my emotions, and that was the best thing I could have done for myself. I'm just in a really good space, and I want to help others get to this point in my life, because I know that everyone don't have the strength to keep going. I know that it's easy to fall in the cracks. It's easy, and you have to, like, just knowing who you are as a person, your morals, your values. Like, I know that I'm not a mean girl. I know that I am positive. Like, I am the solution. You come to me, you got a problem, I'm going to help you figure it out. We're gonna come up with a solution. I'm one of them type of people. I'm gonna always speak life into you. I'm gonna always speak life into whatever it is that you got going, your dreams, your goals. I'm gonna tell you how to get some money. I'm gonna share. I'm resourceful. And I love that about me, because it's enough for everybody to get on. It's enough for everybody to eat. It's enough for everybody to be their best self. When you around when everybody around you is happy and everybody around you is making money, it just make everybody else glow. Everybody look good. Everybody feel good. What's the beef? Like, it ain't no beef. We all eating. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a good feeling to be around positive. You don't want to be in spaces where you're not growing and you feel stuck and bound to the past. You know what I'm saying? Like, live life, enjoy life. And I'm just happy that I no longer feel bound to that part of my life. Like, I could fully say that that chapter is closed, and moving forward, it's a new day. I no longer have to worry about that part of my life anymore. I can close that door and I can walk away and not, you know, feel the need to peel back that band-aid again, because the contract is now gone. It's over. So learn from my mistakes. Be better than me. I always say that, and I truly mean that whenever I say that to anybody. Be better than me, because if I had somebody to tell me, and I'm pretty sure, you know, and that's the thing, like, I've always been the oldest out of my friend group, and I'm always the one who I'm not gonna say I am, because this is past this, right? I was always the friend who had stuff going on in her life. Like, you could call me every day, girl, I'm gonna have a story for you. Y'all got a friend like that? Every day you call this girl, she got a crazy story about some stuff going on in her life. That was me. I was the one that was experiencing and going through everything. Nobody else around me really. They had stuff happen every here and there, but like, my life was the drama filled, the entertainment. And you gotta ask yourself, are you that friend? Are you the one that's constantly got stories, and then when you talking, everybody else quiet the whole time, and you like, dang, that's all, you ain't got nothing to say? You gotta pay attention to your surroundings and realize how that make you feel, because how you feel, how anybody make you feel, like that, it matters. It's important. Don't you not acknowledging your feelings, how you feel in certain situations, is not you being true to yourself. So being true to yourself is all a part of self-love. Choose you, and don't feel bad for choosing you. Put you first. Period. Like, you made a promise to me. You was gonna stop playing small. You was gonna put you first. You was gonna take up space in the room. Like, you're not gonna be scared to be you. Be you. Be true to you. Say your name. Like, and make people say your name correct. Like, I'm in the space now. You gotta say my name. If you gonna say my name, say my name and say it correctly, because I'm no longer, I've let people call me Qi'Airey, Qi'Airey.